Hey, and thank you so much for joining me in today's Plan With Me video for the month of April 2020. So right off the bat you see me making the first mistake of this video. This video will be filled of them. Just a warning at the beginning, but sometimes art journaling and journaling in general just goes like that. My most recent mistake in in this video was that I thought I was recording a voiceover, but then I didn't. So it didn't record my voiceover. I've been talking for 20 minutes already and it was all not recorded. So but yeah, I say this is a mistake because I chose this wonderful image that I'm gluing down now from, I think, a Flow magazine. It's probably from a Flow magazine because that's all magazines that I buy most of the times. See, it's this beautiful image and I wanted to use that because of the colors that reminded me of the ocean, and my theme that I had in mind was an ocean theme. And the colors in this image really reminded me of the ocean, not necessarily the image. But yeah, I forgot that I also had plans, and here you see me making my second mistake, by the way. This is going to go bad, but let me first tell you about why starting with an image at all was a mistake. That was because I forgot that I had planned to use these pages as my check-in pages, which I usually do every single month. And here I rip off part of the paper that I glued the image to, which means that the other side is ruined a little bit. And now I'm trying to fix that with some washi that I got from my that I got out of my beautiful new washi tape dispenser. Just to give you a little update, I love it. I love this washi tape dispenser. It's beautiful, but if you plan on using a washi tape dispenser to rip off your ends cleanly, this doesn't work. It usually leaves a little corner behind, so it doesn't rip off in a straight or in a like the cartlet. I don't know how to call it. It doesn't rip off perfectly, but for me that's no problem. I usually rip my washi tapes anyways. So yeah, that's how I try to fix that. At least the paper for the other side is now a little bit more sturdy and doesn't leak through. So that's okay. But yeah, it was a video full of mistakes and me trying to fix them. And you will see that in the end I even had to just do certain things because I just wasn't fond of how it turned out in the end. But yeah, now I am gluing just some scraps, some paper scraps. I think this is vintage writing paper that somebody had already used, that I'm using the unused side for this spread. And instead of a check-in page, I made an art journal spread, an April introduction spread. So that's what this will turn out to be. I'm not sure how I will fix it, so how I will integrate any sort of check-in page into this month, because I already have my next week prepared. So that's going to be an issue. Another problem. I I think the reason that this spread was so filled with so many mistakes was that when making it, I just wasn't feeling it. And I'm still not sure whether I like the end result or not. It's just, I don't know. And because I've been talking for 20 minutes already, and now again, I don't really know what to say. Yeah, I'm gluing things down. I kind of feel like I always do that with my voiceovers, that I don't know what to say. You would think that I would know what to say better when doing this for the second time, but no. I think I just filled the first time with rambling like I'm doing right now. So yeah, that's a thing. And I decided to add some more washi tape, the same washi tape that I used for the stripe, to get a little bit of more of a coherent page, but I still didn't like that. Then I decided to focus on something else completely, which was cutting out this beautiful little seahorse. I was inspired by some ocean themed stickers that I have that I will be using later on, and I just love seahorses. These print-on stickers were what inspired this spread at the first place, but in the end I don't like how they turned out, especially this first one. It just didn't show up on the dark background, which I should have expected, but I thought it might look cool and I went on anyway, so that's another mistake. Maybe we should have a mistake counter up in here. Deep sigh. And with print-on stickers, you cannot just take them off and try to put them somewhere else, which you can do with normal stickers. So what I decided to do was to go over it with some gesso. And I used gesso because the end result, you can write over it, and it's more matte, and also because it's a little bit more see-through than acrylic white paint. Yeah, of course you could try to make acrylic white paint more see-through, but I don't know, I thought the effect of gesso would be best suited for what I was doing here. Which, to be honest, I didn't really have a plan, I just wanted to lighten things up. I just wanted to erase a little bit of the layer, and with paper and washi tape you cannot really erase. So I wanted to see through white glaze over on top of the image that I created, or not really, the collage that I created. And I just went over a lot of spots multiple times. I also got a lot of gesso on my traveler's notebook, which I'm not too happy about, but I eventually got it off. I had to clean my entire traveler's notebook after this spread. Don't use gesso when you are using things in your traveler's notebook. And now I'm just gluing on some more scraps. So this is a very layered spread, which I usually love, but I don't know about the spread. It's just, I don't like how it turned out. I know, I don't like how it turned out, but I also don't like how it turned out. So it's more of a neutral spread. I usually like my spreads much more than I do now. Also, I used a paintbrush for gluing things down, spreading out the glue this time, and I don't know why I didn't do that before, because it's amazing. I mean, I don't mind anything sticky on my fingers when I'm crafting. I'm used to that, but it saves so much mess. It's really nice. And then I really just didn't want to give up on those print-on stickers, so as soon as the gesso was dry, I gave it another shot. And kind of regretted that again, because these stickers are not cheap and I don't want to use them on something that I'm not too fond of. So if the result isn't pretty, I'm not so happy that I used my print-on stickers on that. And in the end, I went over with a little bit more of that same gesso. But yeah, to make it more coherent, I added another leaf of the same seaweed, which took off a lot more than it should have because of the gesso that was still wet under there, which I didn't check correctly or enough. So yeah, on to the next page, my monthly spread. I'm not sure what to tell you about this monthly spread. It turned out to be very simple because as I already said 10,000 times before, I wasn't feeling it. I still am not feeling it. I'm not into the mood for journaling and art journaling and creating art. I'm not wanting to paint, or I don't know, not even painting my numbers, or coloring in coloring books. Those are usually some things that I do if I want to be creative but can't be bothered to be creative. If that makes any sense. But yeah, I'm not feeling those things, which is kind of sad. It makes me kind of sad to think that my favorite things in this world are not bringing me joy at this moment. So that's a hard thing to face. But yeah, it's also life, and I can only hope that I get out of this creative rut and continue making art. And I think these videos, like having or not having, but wanting to upload a video every month at least, that really helps me push myself and create something, especially the Take 5 art. Although I loved the way my last one turned out. But especially Take 5 art has really helped me to, on a monthly basis, sit down and create something, which sometimes I just went months without that, which is crazy to me because I love doing this, and that's also what makes it hard for me, that I am in this rut. I don't like that I don't like doing what I love, or that I don't get joy from doing that. So yeah, for consistency I added a piece of that paper from the girl, like the image of the girl in the magazine, and that just added some more color. And then I added gesso on top of everything because coherency? I lost the word. And to finish off this spread, I am using these beautiful stickers that contain the days of the week by Meuren Kunst Shop. Now it's on to showing that this is the April monthly spread, the cover page and monthly spread. And to do so, I just added another scrap of the same writing paper that I used in the beginning, add some gesso, and then use a marker to write down April. First on the monthly spread, and in between I decided to do the days of the week and then go back to the first page hoping that the gesso was dry, which it clearly wasn't before I closed it. Oops, another error added to the count. And I wrote down April here as well. And then I added the days of the week with this same marker, which I actually didn't like too much because it's so bold and it just stands out from the rest of my journal. So I went over it with gesso. Gesso fixed everything. I'm not even sure if I'm saying gesso right. But yeah, I decided to go over it with some gesso and do the same for the bold April one, but not fully. And then also I went over the numbers on the next page because those stood out so much. I don't think I will be using thick black markers for anything anytime soon again. But yeah, gesso fixed everything. If you're still here, thank you so much for staying around and watching this entire video. I really hope you enjoyed watching my mistakes. I will put on the screen how many I made in the end. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to press a like. And if you want to see more of these videos, I make a monthly plan with me video almost every single month. So if you would please subscribe, that would be very nice. Thank you again so much for watching, and I hope I will see you next time. Bye bye!